It was so much fun to watch. I'm happy about that. I was so cooked. Like, I was so tired. I had really bad jet lag the entire time I was there. Like, I don't know what the hell. As soon as I got off the plane. And you should have... My plane ride back, chat, was another experience. I'll tell you that right now. It was an experience. I almost missed my my connecting flight to get back to Winnipeg. Like, I was like this close from missing it. Because our flight was delayed in LA, leaving to... Because I went to Minneapolis. And then I had a connecting flight from Minneapolis, but my layover was supposed to be an hour and a half. I had an hour and a half layover. When I got there, chat, I looked at my phone and the plane, but when we touched down, my plane was already boarding. My plane was already boarding. I'm like, well, I might make it, you know, maybe I'll make it. And I get out the plane and I'm like, I didn't know, like, my ticket didn't say what gate number I was at, and there was no screen, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, fact. So I just start running to find a screen, and I found the screen, and I found my my gate, and it was on the other side of the airport. And Minneapolis is a huge airport, dude, and I'm like, I'm not fucking making it. So I started running, and there was like, they have like this train that goes through all like the concourses, whatever you call them, right? And I had to go to B or whatever, and I was like way on the other end. So it would the train was just pulling up, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna jump on the train and hope for the best here. So I jumped on there. Thankfully, that train moved really fast. I jumped off of it, and then I got lost, but thankfully I went the right way. So like, you have to go, like, I came up to this hallway, and it said there's gates upstairs and there's gates downstairs. And I'm just like, but which gate would be mine? Where would it be? Like, I didn't know, so I had to guess. I got to my gate, chat, the door was closed. And I was like, yo, can you let me in there? I'm like, we flew in late. I was way over there. I just ran here. This is bullshit. And they're like, yeah, you can go in. And they opened the door for me. And I'm like, thank God. I'm looking out the window. You can see like the airport. Like we're coming down to land. Then all of a sudden you just do this. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden we're doing this. Motors went to 100 and the plane went up. Everybody was like, looking at each other like, what the fuck's going on here? Dude, I was even like, what the fuck happened? Why are we going back up in the air? So we start flying away. And then the intercom comes on and the guy's like, just letting you guys know that there was an error on the runway and we had to abort landing. They had to abort landing because the runway was not fucking clear. I'm like, oh, well, isn't that something? Experienced a little bit more of LA. Realized that I really do not belong there. But the odd visit is okay. But long term, staying there is a no-no for me. A big no-no, and a big no-no for Thio as well, it seems like. It's, yeah. But if any of you guys missed the IRL waffling, it is all uploaded on the YouTube channel, because big W to Gracie. But yeah, so it was quite the experience. It was quite the experience. It was fun. I did learn a lot. It was a cool to experience. Like, that was like my first time, like, doing that, like a stream with other people in a different environment, right? So I like it. I liked it. You know, it was nice to do, and it was also nice to do like with people like you're very comfortable with. I also realized too, like, I've always known that Thio is like basically what he's one of my best friends in the entire world, right? And like we shared a hotel and stuff like that, and like we were really comfortable, right? Like doing our thing. But like I got to know Ellum a lot better too. because we spend a lot of time with him off stream, and we all relate to each other really well. We all vibe really well, and it's a good group. That's a good friend group, chat. It's a very good friend group. I understand Ellum a lot more now than I already did. He's really goofy, but he's also like really grounded. He's a very grounded dude. So he's a good dude, and very good experience. Very good experience. But I had fun. Like it's chat, like that whole waffling. Like, every time we streamed, there was no talking before we did it. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, there was none of that. It was just like we went and did something else, and then we came back, and then it was just like, we're gonna stream? Yeah, okay. And just walked in the room, and he went live, and then it was just we were just being ourselves, and it was really nice. You know what I mean? The LA close was really funny. It was goofy and it was fun. I can't believe I fit into Ellum's clothes, and I can't believe he fit into mine, like my shirt and everything. Like, it was just like, but it was really fun. It was hard. It's always hard to leave. It's easy to leave because like I wanted to come home and see my wife and kids and like come back to where I belong, right? But it's always hard to leave your friends because the shitty part about streaming, chat, especially the way I live and Thio lives, is everybody's very spread out, right? Everybody's so far away. So it's like, you can't just be like, hey, tomorrow you want to go and do this? There ain't none of that, right? You got to get flights, and we're pretty far, right? Which is why I guess streamers all kind of move into the same areas. But obviously for me, that will not happen. I'm staying put. I met Ellum's barber. He's a cool guy. He gave me a beer. Had a bad. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm gonna be real, chat. I'm gonna be real. Thank you guys for all the subs, by the way. Thank you guys very much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Those smoothies were. Thank you, Yuri. No. Bro, I can't fucking believe people actually spend $25 to drink that. It's fucking... Does anybody here know what booster juice is? Anybody ever heard of booster juice? Because that's what we have here. There's a place called Booster Juice, okay? It tasted like booster juice. Like when you drink it, you're like... That's what it tasted like. So like the Bieber smoothie, whatever, I didn't like it. I did not like it. The second one that I forgot the name of was better. It was better, but I didn't like it. Was Ellum really spent $700 on the pillows? He spent $90 on the pillows. Which... Oh yeah, my Uber driver? Bro. My Uber driver on the way to the airport to leave LA was a psycho, dude. He was a fucking psycho. I think he was just having a bad day. Like, I'm pretty sure he was just having a bad day. But it was like one of those things where it was like, dude, like, you gotta fucking relax. We're coming up on a red light. Light goes red. We're not even at the light yet. The guy in front of us stops. He stops. And then he just goes and just starts laying on the horn. He was just laying on the horn until the light went green. And then he just starts losing it. Yelling and fucking hollering and shit because the guy didn't go. He was, oh, the guy could have had, he had time, like all this shit. And I'm just like, I'm just sitting in the back like, okay, like, what? And then he starts venting to me about the guy that stopped at the red light. He starts venting to me. So I let him vent. But after like 10 minutes, I was like, dude, I was like, bro, like, it's not like that bad. I'm like, he stopped at a red light. And then he keeps venting. I had to tell him to shut up. I had to tell him to shut up. I'm like, bro, like, you should just shut up about it. It's like, holy fuck. And he didn't shut up. He was just, the rest of the ride, he was just super mad, driving aggressively and shit. I was just like, fuck. Faster you drive, the more money you take taxi driving. Bro, I don't give a shit. It's not the, he could have drove fast and I wouldn't have said shit. I don't care. The part that I care about is him venting to me about drivers that I don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? I was just like, dude, shut up. Like, holy fuck. Grown ass man, like, chill the hell out. What's the story with the guy yelling at a tree? Bro, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, 7, I think maybe, or 7. It was early, okay? I get up and I'm like, I want a coffee really bad. So Thor was like, yo, I'm going to get my motorcycle. I'll be back. I'm like, cool. So he dipped. And then I went and returned our rental vehicle, which, by the way, I have a conversation about. So I returned it, and then I went to go get a coffee. So I went walking. I didn't want to get one from the hotel because there was just too many people, and it was like really bougie, and I'm like, not for me. I just want to go get something else. So I went out, and I just walked across the street, and I was like looking at places to go see if I could get a coffee. And there's a guy just fucking losing his shit. Just losing his shit. And I'm like, he's just fucking standing there yelling at a tree. Like flipping. I was like, wonder what, I don't know what he was saying, but it's just like, what are you yelling at a tree for? Why the fuck did you grow right there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Friday night SmackDown was in Bakersfield, bro. It was in Bakersfield, okay, which was 2 hours away or some shit, 2 and a bit, whatever. It was like yeah. It was quite a drive. So I told Ellum that, and he goes, it's in Bakersfield? I'm like, yes. And he goes, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know that? Bro, like, you organized this. And he goes, I didn't know. I'm like, Ellum. I'm like, Ellum, like, how would you get there? Like, you don't drive. He's like, he just didn't know. And I'm like, bro, I'll rent a vehicle and I will drive you guys. But like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? It was a really Ellum thing to do. It was really funny, okay? So when Zelina showed up, like, for that stream, I asked her about it. And I'm like, yeah, Ellum didn't know that it was in Bakersfield. And she goes, I told him. She's like, I told him it was in Bakersfield. She goes, I'm telling you, I told him. And I'm like, don't worry. Oh, I believe you. I'm really not surprised that Ellum did that. It was really funny. So we went for a nice drive. I'm actually happy it was in Bakersfield, chat, because it was a really fun drive. We were vibing. Like, it was everything we did was awesome. Okay. I love Ellum to death. He's actually a really good guy, chat. Like, I really like him a lot. Like, he is a actual true homie. Love him. Can't wait till he comes here. Very excited. So we went to wrestling. I was like a little kid there, chat. Couldn't stay sitting down a lot. Won't lie. Zelina came out. I was like, yay! And also, Alistair, like, his entrance is dope, dude. It is actually dope. But here's the thing that everybody's like, dude, Thor was like, wow, Chatty. Like, to me, but we were sitting there watching Alistair and LA Knight fight. Girl, okay? And the referee was there. Like the one referee that was in their match. I was like to Thor, I'm like, dude, look, that referee, that's the man. That's the fucking man right there. I'm like, that guy, you don't recognize that guy? He's been working for SmackDown forever, man. When we were little kids, man, this guy was doing this shit. It was just really funny. He goes, really? Holy shit, right? He's like, oh my God. After a little while, I get this. I'm like, this lady's there, and she's like, hey, guys, come with me. Oh, the stream died? I'm like telling him, like, that's the man. That's the referee. That guy's like the OG referee. And then, yeah, so this lady comes up. She goes like, hey, yeah, you guys come with me. And I'm like, okay. So, like, we get up. We walk down to the floor right by, like, the ring, basically. And we just walk backstage. And I'm like, so we're walking back there, and I'm like, Zelina's back there waiting for us. She goes, hey, guys. I'm like, this is dope, right? You should just see everybody back there doing their thing, right? Getting ready. I was just like, this is insane. And guess who walked up to me? The man. The referee. He comes up to me, and I'm like, bro. I'm like, you're the man. You're like like the referee. Like, you've been here like forever. And he goes, yeah, I'm Charles. I'm like, fuck Charles. I'm like, you the man. And he was so happy that I was like super excited to see him. So he stayed with us like for a while. He was just there chatting with us and stuff, and it was great. Yeah, it was, bro. Yeah, once in a lifetime experience. So fucking happy, dude. Then we went back to our seats. After a while, we went back to our seats because Alistair and Zelina left. And the main event hit. And John Cena came out. And I'm telling you this right now, chat. There wasn't a single motherfucker in that entire arena sitting down. There wasn't a single person sitting down. Everybody was like, and dude, like, it was like electric in there. I never experienced something like that. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, it was something, dude. Our seats were phenomenal. They put us in like what I think is like the best seats, right? Because you're not high up, but you're not far down. Like, we weren't on the floor, but we were just a few rows up in the middle, where the TV basically records, right? So like they're talking like this way in your direction, and you're right there in front of them, and it was like, this is sick. Like, it was sick. So big shout out to like Alistair and Zelina, because they plugged us with like free tickets, a backstage experience, and they're like two of the most friendliest, like, chat, like, when we ended stream with them, and we were just talking to them and stuff like that, like, they're just them, like they were just themselves the entire time, right? But it's just like, holy fuck, like, they're so cool, like, they're so cool. And then when they talk about like their life and their experiences and stuff like that, you can see it in their eyes, like how grateful they are to be doing what they're doing and the way their life is right now. Like, they're like so passionate and grateful, and it's just like, I love that. You know what I mean? Like, they're like super, super, super nice. Big fan now. Even bigger fan than I was before. Nice sweater. Did you get that during the trip? Yeah, actually, I bought it in the airport when I was leaving. I just saw them and they were on like, it was like a really good price. And I'm like, when do they sell shirts in the airport that are like not ridiculous? Like ridiculously expensive. So I was like looking at them. I'm like, this is kind of nice. So I bought one and they had like all sizes. Like they had smaller ones too. And I'm like, I bought 2 for Allie. So I'm like, these are nice. If I get invited back, I'd definitely go. 100%. If it was to collaborate and do stuff, because it was a good experience. For who here saw like the waffling whenevers that we did? Who saw the Ellum streams? Who was watching? Never would have did something like that if I wasn't in LA and Ellum was like, yo, let's do this. You know what I mean? So stanky leg. It's fun to collaborate. I actually really like it, and I learned, like, there was always like that, like, I don't know, all the time that I was like, I don't know. I never really thought it'd be for me, but like in the right environment, I've learned that it's actually a lot of fun, and I would definitely do it again. Definitely do it again. So I talked to everybody that's planning on coming out. I didn't talk to Saikuna yet, though, because I don't actually know if Saikuna was actually coming. But we are going to we're scheduled now for the Manitoba experience. That's what I'm calling this trip, is their Manitoba experience. So the first week of August, everybody is coming down. We're coming up to Canada for a week or however long they want to stay. I just gave them dates. You can be here from this date to this date. So you can stay for however long. You can stay the whole time, or you can pick a few days, whatever you want. But it's in between these dates. So they know now. Sounds like everybody's booking their thing. I have a lot of work to do here still, chat. Because, like I said, we just moved here a year ago. So I'm still working on my property, getting it ready. But Hogs, I told him he has a streaming backpack that he's never used. And he's bringing it up to Canada, and we are going to use it. So there's going to be streams when everybody's here. We will be streaming in here. We will. Okay. But we will be doing outdoor stuff too. Probably in my garage. I'm going to tell you this right now, chat. I'm a little worried about it, but I'm not, because I'm obviously going to be doing it with him. I'm going to let Ellum do the maintenance on my truck just to see if he's going to... I want to see what he's capable of here, okay? And it's going to be really funny because... Look, Chad, it's going to be easy maintenance, okay? It's not going to be anything fucking, like, dangerous, okay? I'm going to get him to change the oil. I'm going to show him how to do it. I'm just going to get him to change the oil. But the thing that's funny about it, chat, is my oil filter. So when you drain the oil, it's fine and dandy, okay? But it's changing the oil filter that he is going to be like, what the fuck? Because the oil filter, chat, sits in that truck horizontally, okay? You can only get to it from the bottom of the truck. You can't reach down and grab it. You have to get it from the bottom. And it's in a really bad spot. When you manage to get your arm in there and get it off, you have to pull it off like this. But it's full of oil. You can't tilt it up. You actually have to tilt it down to get it out. You have to tilt it down, pull up, and then you can fish it out. So he's going to get oil all over him. It's just going to dump on him. And it's going to be really funny. But, yeah. I got a couple of plans for Ellum just to see him do stuff because he wants to, but he is not allowed to touch. I'm not going to let him touch any of my equipment, though, unless he actually has good travel insurance, because I am actually scared that he is going to hurt himself. Because, like, chat, look, anybody can get hurt, especially if you're if you're riding on a machine, right? And, like, it's not just Ellum, right? Everybody has to make sure, like, they're good because, but I have, like, safety equipment, but that, that only help you to an extent. Keep him away from wildlife. He's memeing. Okay, chat, he's memeing. There is not a chance on hell that Ellum is going to walk up to a bear. He's memeing, okay? If a bear does walk through our yard, which if we're out there, they're not going to. But in the chance that they do, you think Ellum's going to walk up to a bear? No, all of us are just going to get up and walk away. Let them do their thing, because that's just what you're supposed to do. Thio, Ellum, Bozo, Travis Rashguard, Hogs. That is our list. And it seems like all of them are coming. Yeah, that's the squad right now. Maybe Psych. Maybe Psych. Maybe. Look, chat. He could be trolling. When Psych was like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm like, okay, dude. He is more than welcome to come, because he wants to go camping, right? He wants to go camping. Absolutely. But he's been inviting everyone? Yeah, because he's trolling. He's fucking trolling. People got to understand, that dude's a troll. But he is welcome to show up. But the chances of him actually coming, chat, very low. Because I don't think he's serious.